Sean O'Malley has great boxing skills, but is nowhere near on the level of Ryan Garcia, but he has enough to make it competitive for them to fight in the boxing match and for people to watch. Just because so Ryan Garcia on Twitter went out, posted this tweet, claiming that he wants to fight Sean O'Malley in a fight in the UFC.
Over the weekend as well, there were a lot of tweets from you. One was about Suga Sean O'Malley.
Oh yeah, bring that motherfucker on. I'll beat his ass in MMA, guaranteed.
In MMA?
Yeah, I'm a natural. You don't understand. I'm a natural wrestler. I just beat my security that's a wrestler. I beat him. I'm strong, and I got crazy conditioning.
So most people in your position would want him to come over to boxing.
No, but that's already been done.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to knock him out in boxing. That's not even fair. What is fair is to test myself in MMA because I know if I put my mind to it and I trained every day and I had Nate helping me, even Alex Pereira, all of them, and I really locked in, he will not beat me. I will come with everything I have, and I would destroy Sean O'Malley.
In the UFC?
In the UFC. I've already sent text messages to Dana.
Yes.
I've already got people that are connected to Dana to ask him, let's do this. I'll come to UFC, pay me a bag, I'm there. I'm down to do it.
Any response?
No.
Not yet. Well, you know, Dana and Oscar have a bit of a history.
I don't know anything about that. All I know is Dana hit me back.
That's a bad idea, Ryan. I don't know if you're just calling out Sean O'Malley just because he's similar to your weight class. He's the Bantamweight Champion now, and you were the former WBC interim lightweight champion. I don't know if that's why you're calling him out. If just because Sean O'Malley has the juice right now, and he's hot, he's popping. He has a big following, just like you, on social media and on a lot of platforms. But this is a bad idea, Ryan. Don't do it, baby. They're going to have to bring in the ambulance. Somebody call in the ambulance and drag your behind up out of there. It's a different animal. It's two different sports, baby. It's two different sports. The striking and MMA is totally different than the striking and boxing. The boxing is different in MMA than it is different in boxing. The gloves are smaller. They're 4-ounce gloves. The angles of the gloves are different. The blocking, the defense is different. Everything is different when you're throwing hands in MMA as opposed to boxing. And I don't think you really realize that. The way you stand, the way you move, your head movement is different. Everything is different just in the striking game in MMA as compared to boxing. You're not ready for that. You haven't prepared for that. You haven't trained for that. You don't understand that. I advise you to stay in boxing and do what you do. I understand you train a little jiu-jitsu every now and then. That's cool, but this is different. You got to know how to put it together, baby. You got to know how to mesh all that up into one style. It takes years. It takes years for you to do that and be able to do it on a high level. I don't know why you're calling out the highest guy. Well, I don't know what's up with these people calling out. You're calling out not just a mixed martial artist. You're calling out the best in his weight class. I know what it is. It's for clout. It's cool. It's cool. We're going to let that rock. But listen here. The reason why when these MMA fighters fight these boxers, the reason why it goes into the boxing realm and they keep it in boxing, because we already know it's going to be death if it goes the other way. And it's not even going to be a competitive matchup. It's not even going to be a competitive matchup. We saw what happened to James Lights Out Tony, man.
Yeah, he's going out. It's all over! Randy, the natural couture!
We saw what happened to him. It was bad. Okay? So the reason why the Francis Ngannou and Tyson Fury fight stayed in the boxing realm is because there's no way Tyson Fury would have been able to come into the MMA world and have some type of competitive fight versus Francis Ngannou, it would have been death. Okay? It would have been a death sentence. Same thing with the Conor and Floyd fight.
Underdog. The bell and McGregor immediately go.
Floyd usually takes these early rounds to study the opponent,
And then he has his way.
no
KO.
all this whack, man. He's keeping Floyd guessing.
He just caught Floyd coming in.
One of the biggest fights, pay-per-view fights we've ever seen. It has to be in boxing. It has to be in boxing. You can't have that fight in MMA. You just don't know enough, okay? And these mixed martial artists, these high-class, elite mixed martial artists have enough idea, have enough skill in boxing just to make it a show and make it competitive. That's why it's always boxing. Now, this fight and this format is not going to happen, okay? If this fight happens, it will be in the boxing realm. It will be in the boxing world. Now, they can do their own little promotion on the side, set something up to where they can just get, a little bit of buzz going, have a little promotion and do their own thing and have their own platform and somehow sell it on a pay-per-view outside of the UFC. But other than that, it's not no one. If people do watch it, they're just going to watch it just to see you get your ass whipped, Ryan. And just to prove a point to boxing guys that this is a different animal. This is a totally different beast. Okay, this is true. This is the closest thing you'll get to true fighting. Is mixed martial arts in this form today. Yeah. So this back and forth with Ryan Garcia, Sean O'Malley is dope. I like to see it. Both of these guys got a good following, but I don't really know if it's gonna happen. Sean O'Malley's a little bit taller. He's 5'11". Ryan Garcia is like 5'8", close to 5'9". Their reach, I know you can tell. Sean O'Malley is taller. He's a tall and long guy for his weight class. He's 5'11", fighting at 135. Gosh damn, man. Jesus. That's a big height advantage, But Ryan Garcia, he's no short guy. Ryan Garcia has a lot of speed. He has a lot of speed. He has a lot of hand speed. I'm not the biggest fan of what I will call like his punch arsenal. I don't really see, many different. I don't see him having many different punches to offer other boxers. I know he has a mean left hook. He has a mean, quick left hook. I watched his fights. He just started to be able to use his legs defensively better. He's just getting a little bit better defensively with his legs. But yeah, Sean O'Malley, he has a boxing fight. He's 1-0 in boxing, won in the first round in TKO. I mean, that's cool. But I'm not gonna sit up here and act like, oh, Sean O'Malley has the ability to really box with Ryan Garcia. No, like I said, it's two different sports. Okay, it's two different sports. The boxing acumen of Ryan Garcia is way higher than Sean O'Malley, but Sean O'Malley has enough fight knowledge and fight experience and boxing skill for them to be able to compete and make it somewhat of a competitive competition and match. It's not gonna ring any ears if it goes the other way. Ryan Garcia, like I said, just stay in your lane, bro. Stay in your lane. And if you want this fight to happen, let's just have it in the boxing world, because it's not going to happen in the MMA world anytime soon. But like I said before, there are two different sports. Okay, you have the boxing realm, and you have what it takes to be great in boxing, the boxing skills, which you have built up to an elite level, which is great. Sean O'Malley has great boxing skills, but is nowhere near on the level of Ryan Garcia, but he has enough to make it competitive for them to fight in the boxing match and for people to watch, just because the level of their following and, their fandom and everything like that. But if it goes the other way, it will be a straight up disaster. It would be horrible to watch that. But should this fight happen, should this fight happen, just period, Ryan Garcia, if you do it, you won't be the first boxer to come in straight from boxing and try to do an MMA fight. We've seen that with James Lights Out Tony, and we saw what happened there. Please, just know it won't be good for you. It won't be good for you, bro. Okay. And I have to give him kudos. If he's really about that life and he's really calling out Sean O'Malley, I got to give him kudos for that. I have to give him kudos for that. But I don't think this fight is going to happen anytime soon. But I would like to see it. I actually think that this will be the first, if they set this up for a boxing match, this will be the first MMA and boxing crossover that is actually on paper the most even. Sugar Shane O'Malley has one boxing match, which he won. I mean, Ryan Garcia has 25 bouts, but that's the closest we've gotten in MMA versus boxing. I mean, the Conor versus Mayweather. Yeah, Conor was an great amateur boxer, but that's the amateurs. But Conor took, he was able to go into deep waters with Floyd, and even though I knew Floyd was holding his hand and walked him to that 10th round, he still put on a great performance. For you to go out there with arguably the best boxer of all time and be able to stand in there for that long, that was well done by Conor. But like I said, this will be the first fight that's on paper that is actually the most even matchup. They're similar in size, weight class. Sean O'Malley is an amazing striker. He's going to put you out, baby, with his hands. He's able to keep his distance. He knows distance well. His movement is S tier, S class. So I would love to see this fight in boxing. MMA, not so much. But hey, people got to create a buzz somehow. Got to keep their name in it somehow, because Ryan Garcia, focus on Devin Haney. You calling out Sean O'Malley, focus on Devin Haney, okay? You got the biggest matchup of your life coming up versus Devin Haney. Devin Haney is at the top of the game right now. You should not be calling out Sean O'Malley, someone who's not even in your sport, talking about something you do an MMA fight if Dana White makes that check. If Dana White cuts that check. Stop playing, man. Get off social media. Get in the gym, because you got to fight a dog coming up.
Range is the kind of range Haney wants to be at.
You got a dog to fight. Leave Sean O'Malley alone and go in there and do your thing versus Devin Haney. I can't wait for that fight, matter of fact. It's going to be a good fight. I got Devin Haney putting Garcia down, but it's going to be a good fight. Yeah, man. Sometimes you just got to be quiet, man. Be quiet, stay in your lane, hope for the best.